actually used to have another ASMR channel back when I was in college. I didn't have hardly had a following at all. It was more something I did for fun. But I have since deleted the channel and have decided to make another one because I love ASMR to listen to, but it's also very fun to make and very relaxing to make as well. So today's video is definitely more of like an introduction to me and what I want this channel to be. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I should disclose that my neighbors decided to do construction on their house as soon as I started filming this video. And I really don't have time to film this again because I'm leaving for Virginia. So yeah, if you hear construction sounds or just some weird sounds in the background, I'm hoping that they're not going to be that loud, but if you do hear some background noises, I'm sorry, that's my neighbors working on their house. So yeah. Anyways, let's get started. Hello, my name is River, and I don't know what to say. Whenever somebody says, talk about yourself, like, tell me more about yourself, I never know what to say. Because, like, what's important information? What's information that I feel comfortable sharing? Yeah. So, anyways, my name's River. I have grown up in the Midwest my entire life. And I definitely am somebody who loves nature. Hence the title of this ASMR, I guess. This ASMR channel. I am also an artist. You can kind of tell by my space there is some spools of thread to my left. I have some mulberry bark that I make paper out of on that shelf as well. This is a weaving that I did recently, just finished recently. I made it out of yarn, but also plastic bags, Walmart plastic bags. A lot of my work, or work that I did in school, because I went to school for art, an art studio art degree in textiles, and a lot of my work there was about recycling and using synthetic fibers alongside natural fibers and the many processes of the fiber textile realm, like weaving, basketry, all that kind of stuff, because I'm really interested in how they relate to one another, their relationship, what they bring out in each other, what they hurt. I don't know why I'm not thinking of any like specific terms. I should know terms to describe my work, but yeah, I'm just really interested in how they relate to each other, kind of reflecting on how plastic and synthetic fibers are now very much a part of our landscape, very much a part of our lives. And yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting to me. So yeah, that tapestry was made out of plastic bags and yarn. I also have some other art-related things to use as triggers, I guess. This video is not very well planned out. Like I said, I leave for a trip soon. Yeah, and I really just wanted to make a video for my channel, like an introductory video. I actually filmed a couple days ago, but have some stuff to show you guys, I guess, and use as triggers. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was really, really loud. I don't know, sawing or something. Oh, my stupid neighbors. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. I just am frustrated that they decided to actually make noise when I'm trying to film an ASMR video. Let's make our own noise. This is Kozo paper, or mulberry paper. This bark that I told you about made this paper. You can tell that it is pretty textured. I like more natural looking things, not perfect looking things. You can tell it's not perfectly, it's not like perfectly put together. You can see transparent areas in the paper, thicker areas in the paper. And sometimes that's just how it goes. You never get like a 100% perfect thing. But I enjoy paper making, and I like seeing the different possibilities. Like I said, I like the more natural look, and I use it for different art projects. I actually had quite a bit of large paper pieces in my BFA show in school. So yeah, that's Kozo paper. Maybe in another video I'll show you some of my work that I've done with the paper. Next up I have a unfinished cross-stitch project. You can kind of see the different squares that I have done. The first one is this kind of weird pattern, 70s-ish, 60s-ish kind of style, I don't know. And then this, I tried to make a gradient of neutral browns. And then here, of course, a flower pot. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this project, to be honest. I wanted to do like 20 squares, 4x5 of these squares, and frame it, and have them all like be browns, oranges, different ones for different squares. I don't know if you could hear it again, but there's that loud noise from my neighbors. I really hope you can't hear it. I would say cross stitch is actually very relaxing. It's very methodical and helps relax my mind. I enjoy it a lot. It just takes a really long time to get any sort of design or image to come through. Like these are just 3 small squares, but this took me like weeks. So, yeah, it's gonna take probably a year or so to finish this project, but that's okay. That's kind of part of the fun, is like staking out a project for a long period of time and just seeing it come to life slowly but surely. Sounds, different fabric sounds, and ASMR videos. Sometimes people scratch their clothes. I don't know. Or itch their nose. Like I said, this video is unplanned and gonna be random. It's kind of more so just like an introductory video, just to say hi. So yeah, I'm hoping that in further videos on my channel, I will have like planned out very specific kinds of ASMR videos. Yeah, and like less talking. Like this one is, because it's an introductory, I'm talking a lot, and sometimes like soft spoken or whispering. People talking ASMR videos are actually kind of nice, but other times not so much. Like you're not in the mood for that. So I promise I will be making videos where I hardly talk or don't talk at all. I really am into textile art. Like I said, I got my BFA in textiles, so I have a knack for fibers, but I actually would consider myself a multimedia artist. I have done sculptures, I have done paintings, I've done all that kind of stuff. So, I brought some paintbrushes to do something with. so stupid. I keep cutting this video because I keep dropping my mic. It is like balancing on this like beam, because if I put it on my table right over here, it would be too far off to the side, so I have like a plank, like my shuttle for weaving, hanging off the edge, being held by this thing of yarn. But it's very fragile, so I keep pumping it and it keeps falling. So, yeah. Just a great first video. I know I kind of already did fabric sounds. But here's some more. This was a dress that I made for my surface design class in school. You can't really see it, it's very wrinkly, it's been in storage forever. But we had to make repeat patterns on fabric, and I decided to make one and plans of using it to construct a garment. And I made a dress. It started out as plain black fabric. Let's see if you can even see that. It's really hard to see on here, but then I essentially bleached it. I discharge dyed it, is what we called it. Added some dark greens in there, and my pattern was these like roses with roots, so they go up and down the garment. And then I freehand embroidered on the sewing machine, like drew with the sewing machine, these like green vines in between and all over. Oh goodness. My nose gets really itchy and I do not like it. Oh god. Everything's just going wrong when I'm trying to make a video. Here's the zipper. Here's the zipper. wish I got more into garment making. I originally thought that is the direction I wanted to go for my BFA show, was making fabrics and constructing garments out of them and going into like fashion and stuff like that. But I ended up going a more sculptural route. I got into basketry weaving, paper making, and I made a bunch of stuff out of that, and that turned into my BFA show. Kind of like what I was, oh my lord. It's probably allergies this time of year. What was I saying? Like I mentioned earlier, with like natural fibers and synthetic fibers, I went that route with my show, and made a lot of like basketry sculptures with trash that I collected, and handmade rope that was like made out of natural fibers, stuff like that. So that turned into my main focus then, garment making. But I should get back into it. I'm not the best sewist, so that's, I think, what hinders me. But I also have like never really sewn garments. Like, of course I've made a few things here and there, but I just need to give myself the chance and really practice form and how things drape on the body, stuff like that. But I just don't give myself the time. That's what it comes down to. I don't give myself the time. But anyways, this video has gone on really long. I apologize for all the nose itching, all the construction sounds, if you heard any of that, and the kind of chaos that was this video, my first video. But I really appreciate any of you who watched this video. I hope in the future you'll watch some of my other stuff I put out. I promise it's going to be more planned, more thought out, less talking. I promise I will talk less. And yeah, more like professional ASMR, if you will. So yeah. Thank you for coming to my channel, The Wild River ASMR, and I will see you in the